You mofos are gonna like this one. Salutations, friends. It's your pal, said Stevie, and today I got something really cool to show off to you folks. This is from Edgy Bladeworks. My buddy Scotty Stills made this. You might have already seen it if you saw any of my Blade Show coverage, or if you follow Edgy Bladeworks on Instagram, because he has posted it before. But I got a chance to check this out before Blade Show, before it hit the table. Scotty was cool enough to come over and hang out for a little bit at our house hang out with some of the fellas. And there was a certain individual that caught wind of it before it even hit the table at a Blade Show, and he had to have it. So I was able to pick it up for him and bring it back to him. And before I hand it off to Steve Cler, this lucky mofo, I thought I'd do a quick video on it. So this is something that cooked up in Scotty Stills' brain. He's including these new Edgy Bladeworks logoed zipper pouches, which is cool. Before I get into it, also, every one of his knives is coming with a Forest Hank Edgy Bladeworks Hank as well. So this one kind of sort of matches the motif of the knife, but that's awesome. And then it also comes with the card of authenticity, which we'll talk about more in just a little bit. Scotty still has his stickers that he's had for a while. And then this was a new one. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Right there. Another Edgy Bladeworks sticker that it comes with. Then, of course, the knife. This thing is awesome. I don't have the full specs on it, so weight, overall length, blade stock, thickness, and blade length and all that. I'm not going to have that. If I get it before this video uploads, then I'll roll it in there somewhere. But this is the Astral. This is Astral number 2. Sharp Guy ATX commissioned the very first Astral. But this is number 2. And listen to that. And then just look at that blade. I absolutely love that blade shape. He blasted the blade on this and all the hardware and the pocket clip and back spacer. And it's awesome. It's really dope. Quick, just so you folks know, this is in Magna Cut, and I believe he's going at 63, 64 HRC, doing all his own heat treats. Blasted blade. Westinghouse caramel micarta, paper micarta, that he got from Hawk's Nest Customs, I think it is, Hawk's Nest Customs. And then, as I mentioned, the titanium and pocket clip have been blasted as well. And then it has all tie connector hardware on it. I already checked because I was curious and I thought it might be. It's a T15 on the pivot and T8 on all the other screws that you see there. It is a nested, or not a nested, but just a liner lock. Good access, nice chamfering on the underside there to gain access to the lock bar. And then you have to be careful. This thing is sharp, but it will fall to the nail. Little shake shut and boom, there you go. The fit and finish, I mean, this thing came completely centered. There is absolutely no blade play whatsoever up and down. I'm not going to whack the hell out of it, but I have already tested the lockup. You got no problems here. You know, this is definitely going to, Steve said it's going to be a user form. This isn't like a super brute hard force or workforce knife. Workforce? Hard force? This isn't a bruiser of a knife, but it's a great EDC knife, that's for sure. I have already tested in and out of pocket as well. This pocket clip goes in and out of pocket just fine. It's just like the other two Edgy Bladeworks that I have. Glides in and out of pocket, no problem. It's not deep carry, so you're going to have a little bit hanging out the pocket there, which, as much as I like ultra deep carry, it also doesn't really bother me. So most US folders that you're going to get don't come with a deep carry pocket clip. So your McNees, your Spartans, your Sabenzas, or your Chris Reeves, your Hinderers, Arius, name it. None of them end up going with a full deep carry clip anyway. But see, very nice backspacer that runs pretty much 3/4 of the way. Nice thumb studs looking, or the thumb studs he picked on there. Ergos, money. If I had to guess on the overall length of this knife, I'd say it's probably around 7.6-ish, 7.5-ish, 5-ish. Mush mouth today. Let's take a little sip. I've been drinking some. I got 2 of these today, actually. They messed up and gave me 2, even though I ordered 1. They said, hey, you have an extra one. But stop by my favorite coffee stand, and this is a triple breve, just straight up breve, and this is my second one today, so I'm a little jazzed. And I don't remember where I left off. Oh, overall length, I'm probably around 7.6. I got about 4 inches of handle there. You can see I got a little sticking out, and to me that's about, I would guesstimate about 4 inches, and that's going to be about a 3.6 to 3.5 inch blade, somewhere around there. There is some jimping on the front of the knife, or of the blade there, so you can front flip it if you'd like. But when you go to choke up into this thing, no choil, but you can get a really good grip, and you ride up into that a little bit of a poon there, and you got really good control over this. The ergos are just absolutely money. Absolutely money. Had a truck coming down the service road here. By the way, I'm out at the White Chuck Mountain overlook today. You might be able to see some of White Chuck Mountain in the background there, on a little bit of just a little bit of a ride, or a little drive today. And here, let me get that repositioned there. Where was I? Here we go. There we go. Now we're back in business. Yeah, I happen to be wearing my Edgy Bladeworks shirt that I got from Scott at the show as well. But you hear that? More to come on what that is. Scotty is going to come on one of the live streams at some point and talk about why all his knives make that very distinct sound. It's by design, and he's done something really cool to these, and I'd love to have him explain to everyone what he's doing, because no one else is doing it. It's very, very, very unique. Overall length, though, yeah, 3.7-ish or less, I would say. It is a medium size EDC knife. I had also in pocket today the Harsey folder. When you start looking, this is about an 8-inch overall length knife with a 4-inch blade. So I guess if I compare the blade to the handle there, yeah, you're right around 4 inches on the handle. And then, yeah, so I would say about 3, it's about, yeah, probably about 3 point, let's see here, if I try to match them up. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm off. Maybe it's a little less than 7, maybe it's about 7.5 inch overall. Either way, it's not a very large knife, but it is a very substantial knife. Lefty friendly. If you happen to be left-handed and you pick one up, no, it's not set up for a lefty. It's only right side tip up carry, and obviously set up for the liner on the right hand side, but it is still very, I can't flick real well left-handed, but you can fidget with it no problem left-handed. And the Zerblast finish on this, he did extremely well. I really dig it. Love his choice of pivot that he put in there. And just overall, the fit and finish to this is absolutely amazing. You see the lock bar, or the undercut for the lock bar is on the inside of the liner there. And the lockup is solid. Again, I already spine whacked it for you a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know how to judge by percentages or whatever, but again, and if you can see the plunge and all that stuff, I think my camera's picking that up fairly well. But he's done a very, very good job on this. The fit and the way he finished this micarta, it's amazing. Everything is rounded off and chamfered extremely well. You don't really feel any transitions whatsoever across the top with the backspacer. Everything is finished really well. And if you haven't heard me talk about Scott Stills and Edgy Bladeworks before in the past, another truck. But if you haven't heard me talk about Edgy Bladeworks and Scott Stills before, if you're not new to the channel, you absolutely have. But if you are new to finding this video, maybe you don't know, or you're new to the channel and you haven't heard me talk about Edgy Bladeworks before, Scott Stills is out of North Carolina, 100%. This is all 100% made in the United States by hand. No CNC. Everything is finished by hand here and cut out by hand. So 100% made with his badass. Everything's made by hand by that badass. And I can't tell you how impressed I am by this. I said it in my tipper video. He has a custom knife here that has a production quality feel to it. You'd never know that this was 100% handmade if you put it in someone's hand that wasn't, didn't know anything about it. It really is that good. And there's not a whole heck of a lot else to say about this. It's walking around Blade Show and seeing everything that I did. I'm definitely biased because I know Scott. I'm fairly chummy with Scott. Talk to him quite a bit. Own several of his knives. Do I have? Oh, I do have my case that has my tipper in it. That's my Edgy Bladeworks tipper that I picked up from him at Blade Show last year. Yeah, there you go. So, am I a little biased? Probably, in all honesty, in all fairness. That being said, I haven't met someone that has handled one of his knives that didn't 100% agree that Scott's just cranking out some amazing work. And so, yes, I'm biased. And yes, this is also very, very, very high-end, very precision. Scott can hang with the big boys. I would say that there's no reason to consider him in the caliber of the higher-end caliber of U.S. custom makers. And he's doing it all by hand. If you guys didn't see, I'll try to roll in because I don't have my own footage of it, but the knife, the showpiece that he did for Blade Show is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I'll try to put in his Instagram post if I can get footage of it. Put it in there somewhere. But yeah, be on the watch for Edgy Bladeworks. He does have there was a prototype of one of his designs with Concept at the show. The Sybin, a little graphic up there of it, coming in November. You guys are going to have a chance to pick up an Edgy Bladeworks design at least and be able to experience some of the awesome funkiness that is Scott Stills. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'll just end up rambling on and on and on about how much I love this thing. Steve Cler is a very lucky dude to own this. This will be his second Edgy Bladeworks piece. He has a baller-ass tipper with very similar micarta, and it's a Damasteel blade. And, yeah, so Steve Cler, also a big fan. And, yeah, I know now... Dennis, Sharp Guy, who has Astral #1, I know how much he loves his. Dennis absolutely loves his. Snuzz Nuzz got his second Edgy Bladeworks. He got a tipper last year, and this year he picked up a grunt, an awesome like two-tone paper micarta with a nice satin blade on it. Named after Grumpy Grunt, who got the prototype when Scotty did his Veterans Day giveaway, and it was an unnamed knife. Ended up naming it the Grunt after Grumpy, who won the knife. Let's see, who else do I know that has something? Forrest Hanks. He has, I don't know who Blake is, but someone named Blake is calling me. Yeah, he has a goon with crystallized titanium scales on it. I think Five Door just picked one up at Blade Show. If I'm missing someone else, I forget. But I know 4 or 5 people that have one, and they're extremely impressed as well. So it'll be awesome when he gets that design out with concept. I don't know. For everybody to check out the Cybin. That's the very first. I'll talk more about that in a video that I have coming up. But that's the very first knife I ever saw from Scott when I met him a couple years ago. And so it's cool that he'll have a production out. There you go, folks. That's all. That's all I got for you folks today. Appreciate you tuning in. Let me know what you think about old Scott Stills. How awesome is his logo? Also, doesn't get any cooler than that. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe right there, and then whatever that video is, I don't know. But looking around, I don't think I got anything else for you. Until the next one, I bid you mofos deuces. Bye-bye. Oh, the fob's not working. Why isn't the fob working?